In the beginning of this week's Parshas Chayei Sara, we are told that Soroh Imeinu lived for 127 years. If you look at the Yalkut Shemini, he brings a medrash right at the beginning in Parsha Chof Gimel, at the beginning of this week's Sedra, and he relates the following story. Rabbi Akiva was sitting and giving a drasha to his Talmidim, to his disciples, v'hatzibur misnamnim, and the congregation who were listening to the shir began to doze off. So Rabbi Akiva, who was giving the shir, wanted to wake them up. And this is how he did it. Omar, he said, Ma rasa Esther shetimlei chalkuchav zayin Medina. What made Esther worthy of ruling over 127 provinces? Elotove Esther shehi bas bito shel Soroh shechoyse kuchav zayin shona v'timlei chalkuchav zayin Medina. Esther, who is a descendant of Soroh Imeinu, who lived for 127 years, should come and rule over 127 provinces. Now, I don't know if you was falling asleep in a shir, but certainly if I was, that wouldn't wake me up. What was he trying to send a message to these people? What was the message he was giving to his disciples? That because Soroh lived for 127 years, so Esther ruled over 127 provinces, and that would wake them up. So I once heard a beautiful pshat from my Rebbe Reb Chaim Kaufman, Zecher Tzaddik Livracha. I forget who he quoted it from, but he said the following. If Soroh lived for 127 years, and because of that Esther ruled over 127 provinces, that means every year is worth a province. If every year is worth a province, then every month is worth a country. And if every month is worth a country, then every week is worth a city. And if every week is worth a city, then every day is worth a town. If every day is worth a town, every hour is worth a street. And if every hour is worth a street, then every minute is worth a room. And if every minute is worth a house. If every minute is worth a house, then every second is worth a room. And that's how Soroh lived her life. That every second of her life was worth something, and together the seconds built up rooms, to houses, to streets, to cities, from towns to cities, to countries, to provinces. Then you see how much every second is worth. Because of every second, accumulatively, Soroh made that her descendant Esther would be able to rule over such a huge amount of land. And therefore he said to his pupils who were falling asleep, do you realize how much every second is worth? It's time to wake up. That was the message. Soroh lived for that amount of time, but every second was utilized to its full. And therefore her descendants were able to rule over what they were able to rule over. The message to us is how important time is, and that every second we can utilize to have ramifications for our future descendants.